Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Night Live with Maggie May. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful week. My week was a little bit trialing. We had a trip to the emergency department with my son this week. He had something in his eye. So my week was a little bit exhausting and tiring emotionally and mentally and physically. And I am more than happy that it is now Sunday and a fresh start to a new week. So on that note, I want to um, talk about our sales funnels again, and this time one-time offers and how do they work. So what is a one-time offer? When do you present it? When does it come into play? So after someone opts in, my apologies for the earthquake, after someone opts in for your free lead magnet, quote, trial, whatever it may be, and you build the relationship through like a couple emails or a phone call, whatever, you can then offer them a low dollar offer. And that's what we're talking about today. You want to make sure that you're not offering something too large too quick. There are some rules that your one-time offer or your low, sometimes you hear the word tripwire or entry point offer. There's different terms out there that people use. But you want to make sure that it is something that a potential buyer isn't afraid to spend money on. So there's a little bit of risk, a higher risk when someone is making their first purchase from you, that you will not deliver on the products and the promises that you make. That is what you have to overcome with your first time offer, your tripwire. So you want to make sure that your dollar offer is low enough that it compensates for the risk that you may not deliver. Once you have developed the faith and the trust with now your buyer, you can raise the dollar amount of what you offer them. But at this first purchase, this one-time offer, it needs to be a lower dollar amount, less than $100. Or you should say $9.99. And the other part of why you do this is to qualify prospects early on in the sales funnel. If someone is more likely to purchase your one-time offer, they're more likely to purchase your other products down the line. Why they usually work are, there's usually a sense of urgency. If you're in the information space, you've always seen it, like it will be on a thank you page or an upsell page where, this offer is only offered at this price for a certain amount of time and there's a countdown clock. You don't have to do that, and it's not necessarily applicable to all industries, but there's usually a sense of urgency. There's also a sense of exclusivity to raise the value in the prospect's mind, meaning they can only buy from you. It's not something they can go buy somewhere else. And it needs to be something where they are kind of feel privy to getting something that others cannot, that can give them a competitive edge in whatever it is industry that you're working in. So like I said, you usually present your one-time offer. Sometimes you can present it right after they opt in for your freebie, but I usually don't recommend that because I feel like it's too quick in the relationship building process to start asking them for money. I prefer that you have someone opt in to get whatever it is that your offer is, and then you send some 3 to 4 goodwill emails, which is all about education, offering them free information or whatever it may be, followed by then a couple emails promoting your offer. That is the recommendation that I usually use. I'm just reading my notes. So that is the basics of what is essentially the tripwire offer. Make sure that it is less than $100 in value. Make sure that you over give more value than that $90. In many ways, especially once you start driving paid traffic, your tripwire isn't necessarily there for you to make money. It's for you to recuperate your advertising costs. And that's something always to keep in mind. It's not because you make your money with the further offers down the line. That's where you make your money, and then it's almost like 100% profit because your advertising has been covered. So if you have to spend, let's say, $5 to get a lead, and you get 100 leads. Well, out of those 100 leads, on average, 10% will become and purchase your tripwire offer. So if you got 100 leads at $5 a lead, that's $500. Your tripwire offer, and 10% of those, so 10 buy your tripwire needs to be around $50 in order to balance out. That's kind of the math that you kind of do in your head. So it really depends on how much the cost is to get a lead. What are your advertising costs? What's it cost to produce? If there's a production value to your lead, your tripwire offer, your time, all that kind of stuff. So that is essentially the mechanics of the tripwire offer. And something to note as I start to go into Facebook ads in the near future, in the next couple weeks, is you usually don't send a Facebook ad to cold traffic for your tripwire. Your tripwire only happens after you started to establish the relationship. You run cold ads to cold traffic for your opt-in, and then you do retargeting for your tripwire offer. So that's a little bit of a lead into what's coming up down the line as I do some more Facebook Lives. So I hope that you have found this, or find this, a little bit educational in how you are setting up your sales funnel. I did do a webinar yesterday about the sales funnel, and there's a course book and a workbook incorporated with that. If you want access to that, let me know. Send me a PM with your email, or I can send you, actually I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to send you directly to the landing page where you can watch the replay, and you can opt in and watch right away. And I go into the sales funnel in much more detail, but there's also a course book and a workbook that accompany it that really delves into the details and makes you take actionable steps. So I'll put that into the notes as soon as I get off the live here, and you can follow up on that. I hope everyone had a wonderful week. Here's many blessings to having a great, fantastic end of April. I can't believe it's already the end of April. We had a lovely spring rain today. It was really, really nice. And May is literally on our doorstep. So, let's all work together and try to get to the middle of the year on a very strong note. Okay, everyone, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will again talk to you next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Have a wonderful week.